Long before social feeds, before timelines, and before the internet learned to organize itself, there was a city. A sprawling, chaotic, hand-built city made of tiled backgrounds, looping MIDI files, and animated GIFs that never stopped moving. GeoCities wasn't just a website, it was a feeling, a snapshot of the early web when everything was new, unpolished, and deeply personal. It was a place where millions of strangers carved out tiny digital homes, each one stitched together with curiosity and with HTML that they barely understood. In the landscape of digital folklore, GeoCities stands out because it wasn't created by a company. It was created by everyone else.
Assembling the symbolic parts of the design. Diodes, resistors, transformers, and all are automatically positioned by the pen, connecting them as it goes along.
The story of GeoCities is the story of the internet, before it became a product. A time when the web felt more like a frontier, open, strange, and full of possibility. Today we scroll through feeds shaped by algorithms, but GeoCities came from a different era. One where identity wasn't something you uploaded, it was something you built. Every page was a reflection of the person behind it. Messy, earnest, and unmistakably human. To understand GeoCities, it is to understand how online culture learned to express itself, long before templates and platforms standardized the experience. GeoCities began in 1994, being founded by David Bonnet and John Resner under the name of Beverly Hills Internet. Their idea was simple, but revolutionary. The idea was to give people free web spaces and let them move in. These themed neighborhoods were based on their interests. Hollywood for entertainment, Silicon Valley for tech, Area 51 for the paranormal, Tokyo for anime and gaming, and many more. By 1995, the name changed to GeoCities, and the city metaphor became the platform's main identity. Pages spread through webrings, early search engines, and word of mouth on forums and IRC. By 1997, GeoCities was the third most visited site on the entire internet. 2 years later, in 1999, Yahoo acquired it, a moment that marked both its peak and the beginning of its decline. GeoCities wasn't defined by its technology. It was defined by its vernacular, the visual language of the early web. Neighborhoods, they gave users a sense of place, turning the internet into a map. DIY HTML meant every page was handcrafted. They were full of quirks and imperfections, and visual motifs became iconic. Tiled star fields, scrolling marquees, hit counters, guestbooks, best viewed in Netscape badges, and endless animated GIFs. Community rituals emerged, joining webrings, trading link banners, leaving guestbook signatures, and sharing HTML tutorials with newcomers. This wasn't just a platform, it was a culture. A culture that shaped the DNA of early web-based aesthetics still referenced today. GeoCities thrived because it offered something the modern web rarely does: freedom without structure. For many, it was their first time publishing anything online. It was a place where you could reinvent yourself, you could experiment, or simply exist in a way that felt impossible offline. The neighborhoods created belonging. The tools encouraged creativity, and the lack of rules made it feel like a frontier. In the late 90s, the internet wasn't a marketplace or a feed, it was a canvas, and GeoCities handed people the paint. Now, the 1999 Yahoo acquisition changed almost everything. It brought new terms of service, including a controversial clause claiming rights to user content, and this obviously sparked backlash. Some users protested, and others just left entirely. As the 2000s unfolded, the web professionalized. MySpace, Blogger, and later Facebook offered cleaner templates, built-in social features, and the amateur charm of GeoCities began to look outdated to mainstream users. By 2009, Yahoo had shut down GeoCities in the US, deleting millions of pages overnight. But archivists refused to let it vanish. Groups like Internet Archive and Archive Team raced to save what they could, resulting in projects like GeoCities.ws and the massive GeoCities torrent. Today, its influence lives on in vaporwave, Y2K nostalgia, indie web movements, and platforms like NeoCities, which revived the ethos of handcrafted personal sites. GeoCities had transformed from this bustling metropolis to a digital ruin, to now a cultural artifact. GeoCities is more than just nostalgia. It's a reminder of a version of the internet built on curiosity, creativity, and overall community. It's a reminder that the web wasn't always optimized, monetized, or curated. In the broader landscape of digital folklore, GeoCities stands out as a monument to the handmade web, a sprawling archive of millions of people trying to understand what it meant to exist online. And even though the city has faded, its echoes remain. In every personal blog, in every handcrafted site, in every corner of the internet where people still build for the joy of building. In the end, GeoCities wasn't just a website we lost. It was a moment, a brief window when the internet felt handmade, imperfect, and full of possibility. A reminder that before the feeds and the algorithms, the web was a place we built together, one blinking GIF at a time. What remains now are fragments, archived pages, broken links, echoes of neighborhoods that once felt alive. But in those fragments, you can still see the shape of something human. A version of the internet where creativity mattered more than polish, and where every page told a story. If you enjoy these quiet dives into the stranger corners of digital folklore, feel free to like the video. And if you want to follow more grounded explorations of internet history, subscribing helps these stories find their way to other people who also care about them. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.